That beeping's driving me nuts though, I'm telling you. But I have to have the garage door open here to have the light, because actually the light up there in the garage buzzes a little bit. And that would also hurt the sound. There's a lot of ways to hurt the sound of the video. But I'm just gonna start over because the beeping finally stopped and hopefully get something good. I'm shooting a whole new intro. So what happened is the original intro that I recorded in my mom's car on the way to La Quinta, just for some reason, when I got back, looked at the footage, it wasn't there. I usually would shoot a couple, 3 or 4 intros just to make sure I have a backup, but I didn't do that in this case. So here I am, basically a day and a half into the painting, and I'm shooting a new intro. I'm intentionally in front of the painting because I don't want to show it all in this progress right now at the beginning of the video, since this is my new intro. I'm at my mom's house over the Thanksgiving holiday. I got here late Tuesday night, and Wednesday we went to downtown La Quinta, which is a really cool old town here in Southern California near Palm Springs, out in the desert. And her and her dog, Charlie, walked around, and I shot a whole bunch of video of them walking around town. I wanted to find a picture to paint. So I shot a whole bunch of video, then we got back to her house and we looked through all the video, and I finally found the picture that I wanted to paint, which is right there. You know, we're gonna start from the beginning, little intro, new intro, and you know, there's a lot of potentials for intros, but I just wanted to start this off, let you guys know what's going on. We're gonna start this from the beginning. Man, this is a confusing intro. That's all I can say. And anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
I was just kind of waiting, wanting to get a bunch of different options.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I can find something in all this footage
All right, very good.
to freeze it.
Good, yeah.
See if I have my new example. Okay, I shot a bunch of video down here in downtown La Quinta with my mom here and Charlie, who's Charlie right here. And anyway, so I didn't take any pictures. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look through the video and then I'm gonna find like a shot to do a screenshot of and then do the painting from there. So I've got a lot of footage here to look through, so that might take some time, but I'm pretty sure I can find something that I really want to paint. So yeah, this is when we first... Well, we'll just walk around for a minute and just see what we see. And then, if we see something good, I have to look through it all. Because I mean, there could be some little shot in there that I'm like, oh, that's really good. Not something I was planning. This very good painting material. That's why I wanted to go downtown, because it's interesting. Like, that's interesting to me. Even that, boom, with the bicyclers, that to me works for a painting. See that? Boom. That's a screenshot right there. Ooh, look at the fountain, see? That's really interesting detail. So then I can kind of go frame by frame. Take a screenshot, not that I'll probably choose this one, but I can look through all my screenshots, and then if I like a certain area, I can fine tune it. Okay, so this section, I thought was really neat, but there's just no human activity. Because I do like all those pots, like this and all that detail. The street light I really like. See, I like those details like that. But I won't even take a screenshot of it because there's like no human activity.
No action.
Make the town look a little more alive. Yeah, that's pretty interesting right there, for sure.
Okay, good.
See, all this is kind of neat in this whole section of town right here.
Yeah, overly friendly.
Move these guys in, and we'll look at the screenshots, and we'll have to make a decision. Okay. So I do like that one. This one's okay too.
I like that one too.
Well, this is the one. So I'm torn. Okay, this is where I gotta go frame by frame. I like this angle because this is all good to me right here. So then I like that, but then I also liked it up a little further when the lady comes in the pot, you see?
Yeah.
So the lady comes in over there, boom. So I'll capture this one. So I'm kind of torn, like either that one or when the people are back further, like this. Yeah, this might be the one, honestly. I mean, I'm splitting hairs. But see, that's what I do. I split hairs all day. I drive myself insane. But I do this with everything. And then that's it for that. I'd like to paint outside, but it's really windy outside and it's just really hard to paint when it's windy out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it in the garage here. But one thing is, the way this picture is sized is it's really wide. It's in like a 16:9 ratio. And this canvas is basically 22 tall by 28 wide. So the ratios are way off, okay? Now, I thought about cutting this picture down to match the ratio of the canvas to where I could make like, basically just transfer it all over and make it proportionally correct. But the problem is that I really like this tree and I really like this tree. So if I chop it down this way to make it fit the size of the canvas, I'm gonna lose one of those trees, and that just would make the whole picture just not work for me. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna reproportion this picture onto this canvas, which means that a lot of this in the middle is gonna shrink way down, which actually might look okay. I mean, you know, the road is really wide, so the road's gonna be much narrower on this painting, and I'm gonna keep this tree, I'm gonna keep this tree. And I also like this pot right here. So in this case, I definitely, you know, would not want to resize this picture. Now, if I had a 20 by 30 canvas, that would actually be much more proportionally correct to this picture. But as it is, I don't. I'm here at my mom's house. I just brought one canvas with me, and this is the picture I chose, so I'm just gonna try to make it work the best I can. The purpose of having this grid on here is basically just to save me time. So I started with a really simple grid, but the problem is that because I'm changing the perspective, especially, I'm taking a long painting and crunching it to where it's narrower. The problem with not having a grid is I could do it, but I would end up redoing a lot of things. But by having the grid, I can pinpoint certain locations and really make it much easier and faster for me to do this painting. So that's really the purpose of the grid, is to make sure I can pinpoint things the first time rather than just kind of do a random guess and then have to do a bunch of readjustments later. See,
that is fantastic.
It just takes time because I have to let things tack up. I'm just trying to position everything so I can.
Yeah.
You know, the cars are going to be kind of funky, but whatever.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just kind of put all the colors in place.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
I got the painting about 75% done at my mom's house, and then I brought it back here to my art studio to finish up the last 25% or so of it. Of course, that's an estimate. I don't know exact percentages here, but I didn't shoot any footage here in my art studio of doing the last part of the painting, simply because I knew that I had a ton of footage that I shot in my mom's garage. And I think really the better footage is kind of at the beginning to the middle, you know, towards the end of the painting. But here in my art studio, I was literally working for hours on end, several evenings, in fact, on little tiny details, which I just didn't think would translate well to the video, or at least not be that important for it. La Quinta is such a photogenic town. In fact, you know, when my mom and I went down there and we shot probably about half an hour or somewhere around there of footage of her and her dog Charlie Brown walking around, you know, there was so many places in the videos that I shot, the different videos, that we took screenshots of that would have been actually good paintings in and of themselves. But this was actually my very favorite spot to do the painting of. You know, it's just got, it's really got that art vibe to it. In fact, that's just my opinion anyway. But anyway, yeah, anyway, I keep saying anyway. I think I say anyway too much. But yeah, I'm gonna start this over.